HOA cops blocked me at the diner. They didn't know the police chief was eating inside. They say timing is everything. Karen picked the worst moment of her life to mess with me. My name's Brandon Ellis. I'm 34, a mechanic by trade, former Marine, and I own a custom auto shop just outside Willow Grove. Quiet town. Good people mostly. I came back after my service to start over, and for the most part, it worked, until a fake badge and a clipboard tried to ruin my day. Every Friday morning, I stop at Millie's Diner, the best hash browns in 3 counties, and the only place where the waitress calls you sugar without sounding fake. That morning, I was pulling into my usual spot when a pickup with blinking amber lights swerved in front of me, blocking the entrance. Out jumped 4 people in neon vests, and leading them, Karen Cross, mid-50s, shoulder-length blonde bob, aviator sunglasses, and an attitude like she ran the Pentagon. I'd seen her before. She'd been passing out flyers about a new HOA safety division, trying to bring law and order to community spaces. This diner wasn't even in a residential zone. Karen stepped in front of my truck and banged on the hood like I'd just run a red light. I got out, slowly. "You can't park here," she barked. "I park here every Friday. This is a designated HOA compliance zone. You don't live in the neighborhood. You're trespassing." My eyebrow twitched. "You're standing in a public diner lot?" She waved her clipboard like a sword. "This area has been adopted by the Willow Grove Neighborhood Enforcement Committee." I looked around. No sign, no permits. Just a woman drunk on imaginary power. One of her cronies pointed a cheap walkie-talkie at me. "We're ordering you to leave. Now." I was still wearing my mechanic jumpsuit, oil-stained, nothing fancy. I guess that's all they saw, a black guy in work clothes, alone. What they didn't see was what was inside that diner. I leaned back against my truck, arms crossed, and just said, "Are you sure you want to do this?" Karen stepped closer. "If you resist, we'll write you up and submit it for processing. Don't test me." That's when the door to Millie's creaked open. First came Sergeant Dale, he runs the K-9 unit, then Deputy Melendez, then Lieutenant Harper, and last, like a movie scene, the police chief himself, Janelle Granger. Full uniform, badge gleaming, coffee mug still in hand. The entire sheriff's department had been inside having their weekly breakfast. Karen turned around, face draining color like a faucet. Chief Granger raised an eyebrow. "Is there a reason you're blocking one of my residents from getting his breakfast?" she asked. Calm as steel, Karen fumbled. We're conducting a compliance check on behalf of the Willow Grove HOA Safety Division. There's no such entity registered with the county." The chief cut in. "And you're impersonating a peace officer. That's a felony." Karen dropped her clipboard. Literally, it clattered to the pavement. Chief Granger stepped forward. "Sir," she nodded at me. "You okay?" I smiled. I was just about to order hash browns. What followed was chaos, Karen pleading, her group backing away, one of them running back to the truck. But it was too late. Officers surrounded them. Real law stood up that day, and fake law fell hard. Turns out, this wasn't a one-off. Karen had been harassing residents all over town, mostly people of color, veterans, and immigrants, anyone who looked like they wouldn't push back. Her compliance reports had no legal weight but were meant to intimidate, and in some cases, people had paid her fake citations just to be left alone. The sheriff's office launched a full investigation. Karen was charged with impersonation, coercion, and harassment. Her fake group disbanded overnight. Her mugshot appeared on the local news under the headline, "HOA Vigilante Tries to Police Diner Parking Lot, Arrested by Real Cops Over Coffee." The diner crowd threw a party the next week. Millie named a breakfast plate after me, Brandon's Justice Stack, bacon, hash browns, and a slice of humble pie on the side. But the best part, that morning changed people. Folks who'd been quiet started standing up. Complaints were filed, neighborhood meetings held. Karen's incident wasn't just an embarrassment, it was a wake-up call. About power, about prejudice, about speaking out before someone gets hurt. Now I help others file reports when they're harassed. The sheriff's department invited me to speak at town halls, and I make sure no one forgets what fake authority looks like. The for you. The end.